the psychology of self-sabotage and how to stop it. Have you ever been on the verge of something amazing and then found yourself doing something to mess it up? Maybe you were finally eating healthy, feeling good, and then out of nowhere you had a week of late-night takeout and skipped workouts. Or you were in a promising new relationship, things felt exciting, and then you started picking fights or pulling away. You know how it feels when you look back and think, why did I do that? I had a good thing going. If you've ever felt like you are the one standing in the way of your own success, you're not alone. Self-sabotage is one of the most frustrating human behaviors because it often makes no logical sense. Why would we stop ourselves from having the health, the relationships, or the career we say we want? The truth is, most self-sabotage isn't conscious. It's not about waking up and deciding, I'm going to ruin my chances today. It's deeper than that, often hidden in the way we see ourselves, the fears we carry, and the comfort zones we've built over years. Think about it. You get a promotion and suddenly you start missing deadlines. You meet someone great and then you start acting distant. You save money for months and then blow it all in one weekend. Why? Because at some level, the new situation feels unfamiliar, maybe even unsafe, and your mind, wired to protect you, can confuse new and good with new and dangerous. The good news is that self-sabotage can be understood, interrupted, and replaced with healthier patterns. Today, we're breaking it down into 5 powerful steps you can start applying today. Step 1, recognize your patterns. You can't change what you can't see. The first step in overcoming self-sabotage is spotting it as it's happening, not weeks later when you're already dealing with the fallout. Ask yourself, when was the last time you were close to something you wanted and then backed away or created drama? Do you notice similar endings in different areas of your life, like work, relationships, or health? Let's take an example. Imagine you've been doing great with your finances, budgeting, saving, feeling in control. Then you get a sudden bonus at work, and within 2 weeks, it's gone on impulse purchases you didn't even enjoy. That's a self-sabotage pattern, success followed by actions that undo it. It's not always obvious in the moment. Sometimes we tell ourselves, I deserve this, or I need to blow off steam. But when the outcome keeps moving you away from what you want, that's your pattern, waving a red flag. Practical tip, keep a self-sabotage log for 30 days. Every time you feel yourself pulling back from progress, write down what happened right before, how you felt, what you did next. Patterns thrive in the shadows. Shining a light on them is the first step toward change. By the way, if you're ready to break these patterns for good, I've got a free resource for you. Join the Evolution of You mailing list for workbooks and monthly guides that help you make real change, step by step. The link is in the description. Step 2, understand the psychology behind it. Self-sabotage often comes from one of 3 places. Fear of failure. If I don't try, I can't fail. Fear of success. If I succeed, I'll have more pressure and higher expectations. Low self-worth. I don't deserve good things. Here's a metaphor. Imagine your comfort zone as a thermostat set at 70 degrees. When life turns up the heat, success, love, opportunity, you might unconsciously cool yourself back down to 70. It feels right, even if it's keeping you from more. This isn't weakness. It's your brain doing its job, protecting you from perceived threats. The problem is, it can't always tell the difference between a real threat and a healthy challenge. One woman I worked with kept quitting her jobs just before she was due for a big promotion. She wasn't lazy. In fact, she was ambitious. But growing up, she'd seen her parents crumble under career stress, and she equated moving up with burning out. Her brain thought it was protecting her. Understanding your why doesn't excuse the sabotage, but it makes it easier to change. Because once you see the wiring, you can start to rewire it. Step 3, identify your triggers. Triggers are the little switches that flip you into self-sabotage mode. They can be situations, emotions, or even certain people. Some examples: emotions, feeling unworthy, anxious, or bored. Situations, a new relationship getting serious, your business starting to take off, unexpected praise. People, someone who reminds you of a past hurt, a boss who triggers old insecurities. Here's the thing, you can't always avoid your triggers. Life will keep putting them in front of you. But if you know what they are, you can prepare your response ahead of time. Think of it like knowing where the potholes are on your commute. You still have to drive the road, but now you know when to slow down or steer around them. For example, If you tend to procrastinate after receiving critical feedback, you can plan to take a short walk and reset your mindset before getting back to work. If you self-sabotage in dating when things get too close, you can decide in advance to communicate openly instead of disappearing. Oh, and quick reminder, if you like having practical tools like this, sign up for the Evolution of You mailing list. It's free, and you'll get monthly guides and worksheets that make these changes easier to stick to. The link's in the description. Step 4. Replace the sabotaging behavior. It's not enough to just stop self-sabotage. You have to replace it with something better. Otherwise, you leave a void and your brain will try to fill it, usually with the same old habit. If you sabotage your health goals by stress eating, find another quick comfort that works for you, like a 10-minute walk, journaling, or calling a supportive friend. If you sabotage relationships by picking fights, try replacing that impulse with curiosity. Ask your partner a genuine question instead of making a criticism. There's a simple method for this called if-then planning. If I feel the urge to skip the gym, then I will put on my workout clothes and commit to just 5 minutes of exercise. If I feel like ghosting someone I care about, then I will send them a short text to keep the connection open. Replacing behavior works because it gives your brain a clear alternative path instead of just a "don't do this." Step 5. Create an accountability system. Breaking patterns is hard when you're the only one keeping score. Accountability creates external reminders that keep you on track even when motivation dips. This could mean a trusted friend or mentor who checks in weekly, a coach or therapist who helps you see blind spots, tracking apps that keep your progress visible, public commitments like telling your audience or community your goal. One man stopped sabotaging his health goals by joining a group where everyone shared their workouts daily. It wasn't about competition. It was about not wanting to break the chain. Accountability works because it shifts the focus from "I'll try to do this" to "I said I would do this, and someone will notice if I don't." Conclusion. Self-sabotage is frustrating because it feels like you're fighting yourself. But the truth is, it's not about weakness. It's about protection. Your brain is trying to keep you safe, but sometimes it's using old rules that no longer serve you. By recognizing your patterns, understanding the psychology, identifying your triggers, replacing the behavior, and creating accountability, you can finally stop being the obstacle in your own path. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. Join the Evolution of You mailing list for free workbooks and monthly guides to help you break these patterns for good. Link in the description. Your future self is waiting for you, and this time, you don't have to get in the way.